So good morning. Thought I'd share my campsite with you. We've been here in Quartzsite now for a little over a month. We're getting ready to leave. It's kind of getting pretty quiet around here, not a lot going on. But I thought I'd show you our campsite and show you where we've been staying for the last month and kind of give you an overview of the outside of our RV. So let me turn this camera around, be right back. So here's our little spot that we've been staying in, and not too fancy, kind of some horrible scenery over on this side. Anyway, some other RVers around here, and our truck is right here. But for the most part, campground's kind of gotten pretty empty. There's one here and one there, but not too many around. Kind of a quiet morning. It's kind of nice. Once everything kind of slows down, the internet starts working again. Let me show you a few things that we've done to the outside of the motorhome. One of the main things that I really like is we had a mechanical awning on here before, and it was always a pain in the butt to take it out. And then if the wind picked up, you always had to hurry up and try to get it back in, which was never an easy thing to do. So I put this power unit on, which was probably like one of the toughest things you ever want to do on one of these older motorhomes. But once it's on there, man, it's really nice. It works really well, and you can just push the button, out it goes. You don't have to get dressed or anything. You just got it working. So I'll show you a couple things that makes life a little better when you're camping and kind of saves your equipment. One thing is these covers. My wife made these for me. They're for the tires. One thing about it is you'll never wear out a set of tires on one of these motorhomes, even your travel trailers and your fifth wheels and stuff. You tend to not wear them out. But usually what happens is the sun eats them up, and you got to be real careful once the sun starts eating on your tires. Anyway, there's my tire uncovered. One thing about it is these are new tires. I just got them last year, and they're Toyos. Excellent tire. I had Bridgestones on before. Bridgestone's a really strong tire. The disadvantage to the Bridgestones is they're designed to go 300,000 miles, and they tend to ride a little harder than these Toyos. These Toyos are like wearing slippers. The thing with the tires is you'll start getting a little cracking around here. If you don't keep them covered up in this area right in here, you'll start getting cracking. And if you ever get any cracking up in this area, that's the time to get the tires off, because that'll tell you that your tires are getting ready to grenade. This tire is perfect. Of course, it's new. A lot of the RV clubs are gonna recommend that you change your tires out every 6 years. I think I went almost 10 years on my other tires. I thought I was going to be paying $600 a tire, but these Toyos are quite a bit less expensive, and they, like I say, they really ride good. They're on the inside, but there's normally a little ID tag, and it have something like, say 11/11/17, and that means that the tires were produced in the 11th month of 2017. So you want to keep an eyeball on that. You also want to make sure that you check the inside of the tires. I know on a lot of the travel trailer stuff, later model, 2014 and newer, they were having a lot of problems with the tires. Right off pick the trailer up, and on your way home, the tires are grenading and just blowing the side of the trailers off. I recommended to a lot of people that you get the light duty truck tires, kind of like what I have on my pickup here. These tires right here will handle better weight, and they're not Chinese made. That's part of the problem with all the travel trailer tires, is they're made in China, and they're just not really a good quality thing. So my recommendation is stay away from the China tires. It doesn't matter what people tell you or the tire stores tell you. I think it's a good idea, at least for this time, so they get their problems straightened out, to stay away from them. Also, another thing that I put on the motorhome here are these. And what these knock down about, well, they say they knock down about 90% of the infrared heat, UV and all that. I'd say more like about 40%, but it still helps quite a bit. I have them for every single window, including the windshield. saves on a lot of heat. Like I say, it's not like covering them with a something real thick and heavy, but it does help. Also, these are a buddy of mine did all my upholstery inside. He made me these. What's the deal is if you don't cover these mirrors, these little wide angle mirrors, they'll just fall right off of there. When I bought this motorhome, one of these was missing, and it just fallen off, and the other one was ready to fall off. So I bought 2 new ones, and had my buddy make these covers for me, and that's been a pretty good deal. It's saved me a lot. Those little convex mirrors are pretty expensive. Let me show you something else here. Let me show you. I don't know if you've ever seen a man cave on a motorhome, but I'm going to show you one. Hang on one sec. So there it is, my man cave. This is a really handy thing to have as an RVer, especially on one of these older diesels. This thing right here saves me a lot of money because I can fix just about anything with all these tools. I mean, I got quite a bit of stuff here: tap and die, torque wrenches, up to 500 foot-pound torque wrenches. This is a really cool deal here. This is for changing your oil, taking the oil filters off. Amazing. Works like a champ. Takes those great big huge diesel filters and pulls them right off. Got plenty of wrenches. Another tap and die up there, and some metric stuff in here. Unfortunately, these Cummins, everything seems to be metric on them. And most of my tools from having a Harley shop had SAE, so. But just a few items here, and then this is kind of my miscellaneous ratchets and stuff like that. You kind of get the idea. I also carry an air compressor for pumping up my tires back here, and a knee pad. Boy, you talk about something to save you. This thing right here, gotta have it. This little bucket right down here, I got all my stuff. I lube my chassis every 6 months. About every 5,000 miles, I get underneath there and go for a good, getting everything greased up. And makes a big difference when that front end is all lubricated. Back there is some air hose. My air hose, and then I also have underneath that is my drain pan. I had a question from one guy wanted to know where I service my RV. And I basically just told him anywhere I can. I have my buddy's parking lot. I work on my motorhome there. I do servicing in campgrounds. One thing that's kind of a good thing is if you have like a cover like this. See, I got this hula skirt back here, so when I lay underneath there, nobody can really see me. So it makes it kind of nice for being able to service. Plus, everything I have has a petcock on it, so I don't have to worry about taking the drain plugs and all that out. I just turn a petcock and that fixes it up real nice. Drains real quick. Let's see, what else can I show here? Here's a recent addition to the motorhome. I have 2 air horns on the roof, and for some reason, those don't get people's attention real good. People tend to want to just cut you off for some reason. They don't realize you're coming down the road weighing 36,000 pounds, and it's not real easy to stop. So now this is a train horn right here, and man, I'll tell you what, when you hit the button, it's going to get somebody's attention. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, that's a good item to have. Thought I'd show you my water bay. It originally came with just up here. It just came with a fill tank or city water, and I started having a problem with it filling my water tank when it was on city water. So I went over to Lowe's and got to talking to one of the guys there and decided to make my own manifold. So I have a water regulator with a gauge, and I can adjust the pressure of the water. This is a sediment filter, and then over here on this other side over here, that's a water filter. So every drop of water that goes into my system, anytime it goes into the RV or goes into the water tank, it's all runs through this first filter here. This line right here comes over to here, and this is for my black water washout. And I've had people tell me, oh, you shouldn't have those hooked together, but the way I have it set up, it doesn't really, water's not going to backflush or anything through my system. What this does is this just allows everything to be filtered. I can, if I want to fill my water tank, I just turn that on and the wife still has water inside. If I want to turn it off, I can right there. Plus I keep extra filters. I like to keep my filters changed a lot. And also you can fill the water from here. I had a real bad problem with this. There's a vent right there and the water I fill my tank. I have a 100-gallon tank and I drive around corners and it would just dump. By the time I got to where I was going, I'd lose 20 or 30 gallons of water. So I ran my vent up to here. So now I don't lose any water. Anyway, that's kind of a view of that. See, I got on my windows, I got all these covers, my mirror covers. Got our bikes in the back of our truck. Another advantage to these screens on the windows and on the front windshield is that you can see out, but people can't see in. You can get fresh air in. You can have the windows open, and it really, I mean, the bugs are not going to go through those dual screens. And you get nice fresh air. It's just real nice. Kind of makes it a little bit darker inside the motorhome, but you know, when it's real hot and sunny, you really don't mind if it's kind of toned down a little bit. So we're able to get away with using our fantastic vents, and then also we use this right here. We got this fan. That fan right there, that's awesome. Even with the air conditioning on, if you run one of these things, it's like, it just makes the air conditioning work 1,000 times better. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and give us a thumbs up. Thanks very much. Bye.